if you've seen Cosmoetica, you know that I promoted a black poet named James Emanuel. He died about 8 or 9 years ago. He was a great poet. He lived 90 plus years. He had an interesting story. But if you're promoting Maya Angelou shit poetry or Alice Walker shit poetry,
Mhm.
and you're putting them in the quote unquote canon because simply of their skin color, you're doing a disservice to not only the future readers by putting crap out there, and but what you're doing by not having the James Emanuels, an actual great poet who happens to be black, you're screwing someone, you're screwing him too, and you're screwing the readers because he deserves to be there because of what he wrote, not because of his skin color. And this is something people don't get. Oh, Dan, how can you say that? Well, I've read the poetry of black Dorgulus and white Dorgulus, and no one's a bigger critic of people like Donald Hall, a bad white poet who died recently, or Robert Bly. No one's a bigger critic of David Foster Wallace or the guy who wrote, what was Dave Eggers, or all of these terrible white male writers. But
Yeah.
the solution to the old boy network is not to create a new girl network of bad PC writers. It's to actually focus on the good writing. Get rid of the Foster Wallaces, get rid of the Maya Angelous, and put in the Maya Angelous, and put in the James Emanuels, and a writer like me or my wife Jessica. That's how you do it. You don't just start segregating again. And this is one of the problems with a lot of political liberals. And I consider myself a progressive, and I don't want to get off into political rant, but one of the problems with a lot of liberals is that they embrace a lot of the things that 50 years ago they would have railed against coming from conservatives. And it's human, and I know why people do that and why they want to boost this or that thing. We want to know about transsexuals, or we want to know about Sikh religion or whatnot. I did a whole show on the religion of Sikhism or whatnot. But you have to do things like that with the intent of putting the things out there and letting people decide. I can't say, for example, I can't comment on Indian society, India, and say, well, Sikhism is better than Hinduism because of A, B, or C. I might think that the Jains are better than that, but still, you put it out there and someone is going to take it. What you think pro or con, for example, of True Life is going to be maybe slightly different than someone else who might get something else from it. And that should be acknowledged.